Hello guys, this is Frank and welcome back to Let's Build a PvP Arena or Hamster Heaven. And it's wonderful modular hamster cage. And I want to thank you guys for all the nice feedback I got in the last episode. Both on like the idea of the build, the concept of it. A lot of you guys were really excited about it, which makes me super happy. And a lot of you guys were actually very excited about a possible hamster PvP game, which is really funny actually. So I've been thinking more about how that would actually work with plugins and things such as that, and trying to work out how the fighting would work, how this game would be special in itself. Been trying to solve some problems with it as well. One of the things which I would like if I actually did make a hamster PvP game is that I would like players to be able to climb up and down pipes without the use of ladders as we have over here. Like this really strange solution I have here would work well for the PvP game that is made at the moment, but like if I want to make a specific hamster PvP game, I want it to look more natural and I want it to work better. So I was thinking how to solve that, and we did find a plugin which actually enables players to climb on the walls. The problems with that is the players need to enable it themselves by writing a command. I think it's just like /climb or something like that, but not entirely sure. That would work, but the problem with that is the more things you need players to do to actually start playing a game, the worse, because the more room there is for confusion and problems really, and I just want to get it going as easily as possible and as quickly as possible, so I want to avoid that. But I was thinking about that for a while and thinking about another possible solution, and there actually is quite an easy solution which you can do with WorldEdit. Now this solution would require that these pipes that goes like this, they go up and down, and they also split 4 ways. Now it wouldn't be possible to have it split 4 ways. It would be possible to have it split 3 ways, but preferably 2 ways and then go up and down. And the way you would do that, I would just build a really quick example here by removing these walls here and setting up just a temporary wall here. Now obviously the real version of this would look prettier, but yeah, this is just for you to get an understanding of what I mean. So okay, so this would be the pipe wall then. Now I'm going to place another set of blocks going all the way up here like this. Okay, let's move these right like so. Select it like that. Actually, let's do /fast first, and then we do, I believe 65 is the... Why did that not work? That should have worked. Did I enable? Yeah, / Why did that not work? I am confused. I think it should work when they are all... Does it not work because they're adjacent to each other? It should work. I've done this before with stairs adjacent to each other's. No, not stairs, I mean ladders, of course. But maybe I remember this wrong. Actually, it doesn't work now at all. Is it because of the glowstone? Okay, let's try it again. Undo and set 65. No, it's actually not working. This doesn't make any sense at all because I just did it over here and it worked perfectly. So is it a directional issue then? Perhaps? Wow, it actually does not work anymore. Fast mode enabled. Didn't I type / fast? Didn't I? Apparently I didn't. Now it works perfectly. Okay, so sorry for that, but sometimes there are fails even when instructing. So the way this would work then, let's do how many undos? Possibly 5. Yes, that's good. Hopefully I did not undo something crucial, which I WorldEdit before, but I'm pretty sure that's not a problem. Block name 65 was not recognized. Excuse me? Okay, good. But this is also a directional issue. I don't believe this will work. Oh, it actually does! Even though they're placed in the wrong direction. Although, like, I can select the correct direction to do this as well. So this way you have invisible stairs, so it would make players it would make it possible for players to climb up the pipes and down the pipes, which would be kind of cool. It is a hamster game. You are going to travel along in hamster tubes, so that makes sense. The only problem with that is that, of course, you could not place stairs everywhere, because yeah, let me do a really quick example of how this works. I'm pretty sure all of you guys know it, but just to be sure, if I place ladders here, I can't place them there. So there could be a problem with players all of a sudden starting to fall down and they don't understand why. So it's not a perfect solution for sure. And I need to do it in the right direction, because otherwise that problem starts happening. Although it works if you get the right spot. But that is a possible solution to that. It's not a perfect one, but it's better than the plugin. And it's one which could possibly work if I do make this a hamster PvP game. And removing this pipe here, like for example here, I would need to anyways, because these are all just running into each other in a very silly fashion. So that's not good anyways. But okay. And the more aspects of this game would be, how do you actually fight? How does the PvP actually happen? And I was thinking about, now projectiles could be fun, and I was thinking then to possibly use snowballs or eggs, possibly. And that it would work such that you collect seeds, you know, hamster food around the map. You fill your cheeks up, and then you squish your cheeks to shoot out a bunch of projectiles, because that's what hamsters do, don't they? And to kind of bring in the part, you know, going to these areas with sawdust and stuff. Like the more projectiles you shoot, like the more you have to go to the bathroom, because your XP bar could fill up, and you'd eventually get slowness if you did not go to the bathroom, which would be a silly aspect, but a fun aspect, because with snowballs you can kind of spam them as quickly as possible, and it's really easy to just install like a macro. So, and macros in that fashion is really hard to block with no cheat and stuff like that. So that could actually be a way, so people would have to think about when aiming, so they didn't need to go to the toilet too often. I don't know, that could possibly work. It could possibly work. But okay, so if we stop thinking about the silly aspects of this possible PvP game for a moment and just look at the map, there has been some changes since the last episode. As you can see, I brought this pipe out further. I replaced this silly little walkway over here and made this tube connect to the little sawdust play area instead, which I think works out much better. Now there's a lot of small details that needs to be fixed everywhere, like how the blocks joins up here and stuff. That's all last minute details, just small fixes. But I like the idea of a lot of tunnels running into these kind of bigger areas on the map, because I want the movement in the map to feel natural. Like I don't want the situation where players run around forever in a labyrinth and they can't find each other's. I want all pipes to easily join up to a bigger area where players can meet up and fight. And one of those big areas is the big cage we have down below here. I've been a bit worried that this cage might be a bit too big, but considering the amount of things we will have to put into this cage, I think it will be fine. Now there will be more pipes running from this and going up because they're going to be connecting nicely. And we're going to need to add stuff around this map, around this part of the map as well. So I'm thinking about an additional cage, but a smaller one and possibly made of glass, but I'm not entirely sure yet. And this cage here is actually going to be a bit inspired by, I had a hamster as a kid. Oh, her name was Kaisa. And this hamster cage is going to look a bit like her hamster cage did, I was thinking. So it's going to be a 2-floor cage with kind of a loft area, which I think is a good idea for something like this, because, well, when you're playing PvP, you don't want everyone to kind of run around on the same height. You want a lot of different heights so people can jump, they can jump each other's, and there's some strategy into it, and you can spot a player and they don't spot you. I mean, you want all of those things, really, in a PvP area. So, yeah. One issue, of course, if we go back to the part of making it an actual hamster PvP game with plugins and everything, if we go back to the part of the projectiles and not being able to like spam them all of the time and going to the bathroom to prevent the problem, of course we don't want people to stand around in those areas constantly, because that would mean that they could spam constantly anyways. So I'm thinking, if it's possible, I'm not sure, but I think it should be possible and not that hard to make, but I might be wrong. I have to check up on this. If a player stays long enough in a certain area, like they would get nausea. And nausea is a horrible, horrible, horrible thing. Horrible thing. That status effect is just the worst one. I feel physically sick when I get it because I easily get car sick and stuff like that. So yeah, that could be a solution to that problem, because no one wants that, and it would totally mess up your game. So you wouldn't gain anything from just camping the areas where you can shoot a lot all of the time. So that could be a very, very good solution. And of course you get nauseous if you stay in the bathroom all of the time, because that's pretty disgusting. It makes total sense. This game would make total sense. Or yeah. But yeah, a lot of progress, and what I think I'm going to do is that at this point I am going to start working on the cage interiors, and I will be back with you guys in just a little while. So I come a bit further here, been decorating the cage a little bit. Do not mind this weird thing here. Do not mind it. This is a little hatch cage, you know, which are usually found on hamster cages. At first I was a bit worried about it because I was wondering where would people go if they went on it, and I was thinking that perhaps there would just be a one way to go, which the only way you could actually get out from was to die. But then I decided, no, that's silly and it's too hard to control where people are going to land without making something which is just ridiculously ugly and large, like this is. And yeah. Oh, and this was supposed to be one of those hamster balls, you know, you put the hamster in a ball and they can run around on the floor in your apartment. It's a horrible device, and I don't think that hamsters like them so much. Horrible, horrible. What hamsters like, on the other hand, is PvP. So, we are making a perfect cage for PvP purposes, so all the hamsters can brutally murder each other in perfect bliss or something. Yeah. So, as I said, this hamster cage is kind of big and it got several floors. We got one way to get into the cage so far, and this is this way, where you get in and out from jumping at this little ball here, which looks a bit derpy, so probably have to make that a bit prettier. And then we got here at the second floor. I am probably going to fill in the floors with trapdoors, I think think that will look the best. You can get down from this floor from the pipe over here, and also a pipe over here. And the third floor up here, where we'll have our little, you know, hamster house, maybe, possibly, or maybe down there. But it's just that the hamster I had as a kid, Kaisa, she had her hamster house at the top floor like this. So yeah, it just feels nice. Oh no, now I'm starting to think so much about Kaisa. I might start crying. This actually feels really nostalgic, because when I was a kid and I had my hamster Kaisa, I was convinced that she was the smartest hamster in the whole wide world. And quite possibly she was, actually. And one thing, she was really nice. Like, if you call her name, she came and hung out with you and stuff. She actually hated most people, but she and I got along really well. But she didn't like a lot of other people, so she used to shit in their hand and like bite them and stuff. But with me, on the other hand, like, I could let her loose in my bed, and she was just like, yeah, running around or like sitting on my face. She liked sitting on my face, actually, for some reason. So she was really tame for a hamster, like super tame. And something that we used to do, which I was completely convinced that she really enjoyed, was I used to make these adventure courses for her in Lego. Like these labyrinths and stuff, and she could go around and find food and like go up in a little tower and stuff, or go down in go down in the cellars. It was quite fun to do, and that might seem a bit horrible to you guys, but she really seemed like she enjoyed it, because, you know, she was a smart hamster, and she knew that if she didn't want to be in there, she could just break the she could just break the ceiling and just get out. Which she did do like a couple of times. Like, okay, I'm pissed off at this game. I want to go and shit or sleep or something. Let me out. Then she just broke the floor or broke the ceiling, and usually ran over, so you could put her in a little hamster cage. So she could go and rest or something. But we used to do that, and that was really fun. And this kind of reminds me of that. I am doing an adventure course for so many hamsters. In this case, the players being the hamsters, of course. But yeah, it's kind of fun. It's kind of fun. I miss her. She was really sweet. She got really old for a hamster too, actually. So that's nice. That's nice. Okay, so path going into this area, which would be a great place for some whatever they called when a lot of people meet up in the same spot and try to kill each other. We're probably going to have a pipe going here as well, leading up to the top floor, I believe. And of course, there's also going to be ways to get up from each floor to the next one as well. And I think this will work out really well. We will decorate this cage and make it look really, really nice as well. I am wondering if I can fit a wheel in here without it looking completely derpy. And in that case, it would be on this side. It's possible that I won't fit a wheel in here without it looking a bit unbalanced and crowded. But if I can, that would be nice. If I can't, then, well, as I said before, we still do have quite a lot of space around this area. So we could always add a smaller cage again, or a glass ball, and put the wheel there. It would be funny if we could get some kind of function into the wheel as well, so it would actually like benefit in some PvP aspect as well, but I'm not quite sure about that. Anyways, I will keep on decorating this cage, and then I'll be right back. The bad thing about filling these floors in with trapdoors is, of course, that it continuously breaks whenever I break a block close to it. Yeah, that is kind of annoying, but it looks pretty sweet. I think it looks good, quite good. I'll just have to redo it about 50 times, and it should be no problem at all. So, after having to replace those stupid world-edited in trapdoors so many times, I decided that no, it's a stupid pattern, especially since I wouldn't actually be able to build anything on it without the stuff looking like it's floating, and we can't have that. So I decided to change to this pattern instead, and I think it's fine. It's not perfect, it's not, but I also tried fences and iron bars, but first of all, that didn't look very good, and second of all, you kept falling down like the spaces in between them, so that was not a good choice at all. I guess another choice actually would be to put fences and then put pressure plates on top of them. Actually, I didn't think about this before. I wonder how that would look. If I just go up like a little bit here and just try to view it real quick. I know that this looks really nice if you do it if you don't like drawbridges and stuff like that. Or hanging bridges, also very nice. Let's see. It is, however, pretty easy to just glitch through and fall down here as well, if I can remember correctly. Hello? No falling? Not falling. How nice. How does this look from down below? Nah. Don't know if I like that. We'll see, I guess. I could maybe try it just real quick on one of the spaces. We can see kind of what looks better. In that case, I would have to replace the railings too, though, to make it fit. But yeah, I think I'll try that. And also, oh my god, so funny. I have a little bug sitting on my microphone, and my microphone is kind of in the way of my eye. It's really funny because she's been sitting there for a while and it's completely chilling out. It doesn't care that it's so close here. It's just really like sitting on the microphone, just hanging out, and yeah, it's kind of a greenish looking fly. And she's just really likes to keep me company, I guess. I think I should name him Ture and see. Yeah, maybe he can be my buddy. That would be nice. A new pet. Insect PvP arena. Okay, guys, I feel like we're coming close to an end here of this episode. And we got quite a lot done here. We got a wheel in. Not quite happy about this wheel actually at the moment. I think I'll be doing some redesigning here. I think I will be actually... I think... Ow. What a horrible sound. I think I'll maybe put some supports here as well. Because it does look a bit unrealistic that the supports would only be in the back. Like, this would be the most unstable wheel ever. If it only had supports in the back, it would be completely silly. So, yes, we need to have some supports on this side. And I'm not quite sure about the combination of wooden fences, so I might switch that out. We'll see. I added some ropes, which the platforms are hanging from. Added some funny things to climb on, which everyone seems to be able to climb on fine, except for me, because I just start glitching out. It's probably because the game mode I'm in. Yeah, I glitch out like that. Oh, look, I can climb, hooray. But when it comes to the invisible fences as a whole, it's just way too glitchy, so I'm not going to go with that solution in the pipes. Just super glitchy. But okay, we got the wheel, we got the platforms, got the walkways up to each and every level. Well, actually not all of them now that I think about it. And it's funny, sometimes you fall through, as I said before. And I think we'll be adding a little house in here and stuff. Now, well, just in case this episode actually gets edited and rendered and uploaded and processed by YouTube. Processed by YouTube, it's actually the thing that can mess up the timing the most, I feel. I was wanting to finish enough of this PvP arena till this evening Swedish time, which so I could kind of live stream testing it, because that would be a great help, a really great help actually. Because I haven't built a PvP arena like this before. Like, I built really small ones, really tiny ones, just for certain events, which haven't been anything special really. But I never built a proper one before, so I need to test it, because I have no way of telling how many players are needed for a map this size. I have no idea. Is it 5 players? Is it 10 players? Is it 20 players? I have no way of telling, because I haven't done this before. So I need to test it a bit, and I thought it would be fun to do that in a live stream. Now, I don't know if I'm going to finish enough for that today. Naturally, I'm not going to finish all of the details and the scenery and everything needed to give this place a nice hamsterish atmosphere. But I should be able to finish the rest of the pipes going everywhere, and kind of the general size. That is something I should be able to finish quite well. Maybe not completely, but enough for me to get a good idea about the size. If it's good size, if it's too small, or just maybe it's too big. Who knows? I need to test it anyways. It would be a shame to do the whole PvP map and then, yeah, and then notice that it just doesn't work. It's just like everyone is just running around in circles and not finding everyone, and I just have to scrap it. That would be a shame, a bit of a shame. So I'm going to try to do that after I've edited and uploaded this video, or after I edited it. I am going to eat dinner and hopefully not get a food coma, so I can continue on building on this, and hopefully we can test it very soon. That would be a great... That would be so much fun. It would be so much fun, and I hope you guys would come on and help me test it then. Okay guys, this is Frank. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you for the great feedback that this has gotten so far. It's so fun. It's so much fun. So much fun. And keep on giving your feedback, and keep on coming with suggestions, because it's really helpful. I love hearing your ideas. And yeah. Okay, thank you for watching. Bye bye.